Morning, everyone. I want to start off before I actually talk about the particular book I'm going to talk about today by just saying thank you. I have had on this channel, this channel has existed for about a year. I haven't been very consistent with it. I haven't been posting like every week. I'll have a few periods where I'll do, a whole bunch of videos in a week, and then I won't touch it for months on end. But I don't have a huge amount of subscribers. Didn't expect to. But I have had, in the space of a year, 4,500 views. Now, most of those are on my shorts because, well, they seem to get far more traction than the actual videos. The videos seem to get between 1 and 10 views. The shorts have got hundreds. It's just attention economy, isn't it? But 4,500 views is pretty incredible considering this is really, well, it was only ever really intended for a handful of people. I never expected it to get big or anything. So I'm just going to sit back here. So yeah, cheers for that. Really, really chuffed with that. Today I'm going to carry on with the the Bentley little reviews, and the one that the shelf has selected, because I'm just doing them completely by random, is The Town from, I think, 1997. So this one, I'm sure you can guess by now if you know anything about how Bentley Little writes, is about a town. But there's a little bit more to it than that. It's about an American-Russian family who basically leave their house because they come into some money through the father/stroke husband of the piece, and they move to another town to get into a bigger house and a better community. And initially they are welcomed because I think they used to. I think the father figure had spent some time here before. I'm pretty sure he did, but they're welcomed by the town itself. It's seen as, these people are bringing something new. They've got money, so he starts a business which generates jobs. So Benny Little's definitely saying a lot about, how that in society is seen as a good thing, and how money can affect people in a positive way. At the same time, there's an element here to do with the characters' invisible guardians. They have these guardians, so when you leave a house, you're supposed to invite the spirit of the house with you to the next house, so that you can bless the house and get rid of any curses or any original spirits that still live in there. It's what these characters from this Russian American believe, and he's tackling themes that remind me a little bit of, in The Summoning, we had a Chinese family and they had their beliefs and things, which I thought he worked really well into the story. Here, it's a similar thing. I don't think these beliefs and things are put into this story as well as with The Summoning, but they make a decent idea better. And I like how he's tackling, again, systemic racism and things, and the persecution that especially the kids face when they meet other kids. How children don't always like other children that are different, and if you've got a different background, you can become a target, because that's how, well, just cruel people can be about each other and their differences. I thought that the book had his usual pace and style. There's a bit with this outhouse that's described in creepy detail. There's something very suspect going there. I like that. We've also again got the son character with some strange incestuous feelings towards his sister that are because of what's going on, not a natural sort of no, it's not a natural feeling. It's brought on. I'm really strong with words today. I think I'm starting to sound like I've got some speech impediment. It's some incestuous feeling that's brought on. That's the word I was looking for, by the atmosphere of the place and the spirits themselves. And all of that is well handled and quite good. Where it kind of goes off the line a bit for me is the handling of this character that's, well, blimey, sun's just converted to the wind. It's very, very warm here again today, really, really hot. This sort of like spiritual character, because I get the idea behind it, but it's just not interjected into the story as well as I'd like. The mother of the figure, the mother of the story, I really haven't. I'll have to do professional reviews one day, won't I? She goes to see the spiritual council because she suspects something's going on, and her grandmother suspects something's going on. Her husband, the father of the story, is becoming increasingly more aggressive and dangerous and menacing because of the influence of this figure. And I mean, Bentley Little's not afraid to kill certain characters off. With the summoning, we had a lot of major characters die. With this, we've got the same sort of thing. He's not afraid to bump people off, and I like that about his writing, that you can get attached to these characters, but you also know that none of them are guaranteed to make it out alive. But it all got a bit silly. I've mentioned many times before, he's not great at endings, and I think the ending of this is one of his weakest. There's just all sorts of strangeness going on, and to describe it would spoil it, but it basically, there's a bit involving slurping something up that I just thought, I had to slap my head, because it was just so weird and silly, and it, for a book that can be quite visual because of its depictions of strangeness and otherworldly, that plays with your feelings a lot, to have mental images like how this book ended, it just feels farcical and really, really silly. So it's got a very sloppy ending. And I also kind of, this is a book that I remember loving when I first read it. I thought it was great. And I've come back to on this reread, and I just think it's a pretty substandard Bentley Little book. There are bits in this book I vividly remember. It's like that Mandela effect. I vividly remember certain things happening. And on the reread, none of them did. And I'm racking my brains actually and I think, what book was it that I remember this book being? Because this isn't the book I thought it was. Oh, very weird. If I ever find that, I'll let you know. I will try and make sure that I am rested before my next review, because I don't want these reviews to descend into slop. It's coming out as word salad, as if I don't know what I'm talking about and just babbling endlessly. I never pretend to be a professional. I'm just getting an opinion out. But the bottom line is, I think that The Town is a bit of a disappointing Bentley Little book. Not because it's inherently bad, but because it does a lot of things that other books that he's wrote have done much better. The Summoning, a great example. He is limited in his bag of tricks. He does stick to certain formulas and he follows them. And again, The Summoning is similar to this, with a vampire rather than a spirit of the house. But it's just so much better than this in every single way. And there's a lot of, in fact, a great deal of his other books that deal with, social satire and things are significantly better than this. I just think this is a bit substandard, really. It's not awful, but it's not a great book, and so it's probably one that I'm going to find lower down when I do my my Bentley Little ranking. One that I actually thought would be a lot higher up than it was as well. So a bit of a disappointment that. So Bentley Little, the Town. I think it's also known as Guests in America. It went by the name of Guests, which is in relation to the invisible spirit that lives within the house. So yeah, just very conflicted about that. I'm going to be really interested when I do this ranking of Bentley Little's works, because when I did Herbert and Layman, I was pretty certain I knew where most of the books were going to end up, and most of them did roughly end up in the places I expected. With Little, I've no idea. I've literally no idea. It's a complete lottery. It's going to be as exciting to me, well, use the word loosely, as it is to you, I guess. So that'll do it for now. I'll try and get some rest and review something else with a degree of professionalism, or not.